Ciao and welcome back to Italy for another standing Pilates session. We're going to be warming up and standing, getting our legs working before coming into some 4-point kneeling for some lovely spine movements. So let's start in our standing correctly position with our feet in Pilates stance, heels together, toes apart. Weight coming up through the crown of the head and lengthening down through the feet, relaxing your shoulders down. And we're just going to start off with a lovely side reach standing. So let's take a breath in to prepare. And as you breathe out, float even one arm up, and then start lifting up and over to the side, opening out through the side of the rib cage. Inhale to restack the body here, then bring the arm down. So we're trying to keep our hips completely still. Let's go again to the side, arm all the way up, and over. Restack the spine, bring the arm down. Let's keep on going from side to side, arm lift, up and over, keeping the hips as still as you can, and again, arm up and over. So rather than collapsing into the side of the waist, you're trying to lift up, getting as much space as you can between the ribs. Restack and down, and again, arm up and over, restack and down. Last one to each side now. Arm up. Inhale and final one. Exhale, lift. Exhale, over. Inhale, restack. Bring the arms down. Great. So keeping our feet in our Pilates stance, let's go straight into a roll down. Now remember, with these, we're trying to come down forward bone by bone without sticking your bottom back, so keeping the hips balanced over the heels. Take your breath in here, and then as we breathe out, we nod the chin, soften the breastbone, and begin to peel ourselves forward, keeping our arms long and heavy, and really imagine that you're ragdoll here as you lengthen down towards the floor. Pausing here for your breath in. Take your breath and then tuck the tailbone, and one bone at a time, begin to reset the spine all the way up, shoulders coming down, lifting it through the crown of the head. Let's go 2 more times. If your knees are, if you find that you can't get very far, you can relax your legs a little bit and add in a bit of a bend. So taking your breath in here, exhale, nod. So you're really lifting up and over. Pause at the bottom, tuck and lift. And one last one. Breathing in and roll. Pause here, breathing in, and tuck the tailbone again. Restack and bring the shoulders down. Lovely. Taking your feet back now through to a hip distance apart position, ready for our Pilates squats. So we're thinking about knees going directly forward over the toes. As we sit our bottom back, we're trying to keep our spine in a neutral position. So we're not sticking the bottom out, we're not tucking the tailbone under, we're keeping our spine nice and strong. We're going to move on the inhale here. So as we inhale, imagine you're sitting back and squatting over a toilet. Knees remain nice and strong here, engage through the middle. Exhale, press. And again. Inhale, sink, trying to get an equal bend at the ankles, knees and hips. Lifting up through. Inhale, sink. Exhale, press. Good. Maybe getting a little bit further down for the next 2. Sinking down here. And press. One more. And press. Now for the next 6, we're adding in a double rib cage closure. We're going to have our palms facing, so your arms are going forward as your bottom goes back. So inhale. Arms go up, bottom back, and press. Good. And again. Sink and press. So we're getting our legs working now. You're probably feeling your core's working a little bit as well. And combining this with the arm movements mean that we've got lots of joints working, really having to concentrate on that mind-body connection. Let's go 3 and 2. And our final one now. Inhale, sink. Exhale, press. Good. Now, taking one leg forward, let's come into a split high kneeling position. So our back leg is at a 90-degree angle, and our front knee is at a 90-degree angle as well. Still hip distance apart. Try to avoid hitching your hip up too much, making sure it's nice and level. Both sides of the waist are nice and long. Take the arms up high in the air, palms facing, ready for our bow and arrow. So breathing in here, breathe out, start to draw one elbow back, open the arm, sweep the arm back round, going to the side. Exhale, twist, open and through. And again, back, open and through. So as you warm up into this position, you may find you can get a little bit further each time. We're keeping the shoulders away from the ears, keeping that front knee nice and strong, and keeping that static arm lifted. Back, open and through. One last time to each side. And sweep, back, open and sweep. Let's take that front foot forward slightly and then come into a lovely little hip flexor stretch, sending your weight forward and opening out through that back hip. Use your hands on your legs or on the floor to support you. Just try and sink a little bit deeper into that pose. Okay, when we're ready, let's swap round. So take the other leg back, other foot forward. Find that 90-degree angle before you start. Make sure your hips are aligned with your legs. Bring the arms up and let's go into our bow and arrow once more. Inhale, prepare, and draw back. Good. And again, back, open, and sweep. Focusing on that rotation through the spine and trying to open through the front of the shoulder. And again, back, open, sweep, back, open, and through. Good. 2 more times. Hips facing forward. Last one to each side. Back, open, through. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Bring the arms down. Take that front foot forward slightly and go into your hip flexor stretch once more. And just take note of whether it feels better on this side or a little bit tighter. Using your hands on your leg or on the floor to give you support and to enable you just to ease into that position. And then let's come back through and straight into a 4-point kneeling now. So sending yourself forward so your knees are underneath your hips and your hands are directly beneath your shoulders. Check what your elbows are doing. Make sure they're facing each other. Lots of space between the fingers for support. We're going to go into a lovely little 4-point hip hinge. So our aim here is to imagine we've got a tray of drinks balanced on the back of the spine that we do not want to drop. If you have a Pilates ball handy, you might like to pop that into the lumbar spine. If that falls, you know you've moved. So we're just going to start gradually rocking backwards and forwards without tucking the tailbone, so it's like you're sticking your bottom backwards, sending the weight forward. Now this is a lovely one for our weight bearing. If this is too much on your wrists, you can create fists, or you can pop a cushion underneath your wrists to give you a little bit of extra support if you prefer. Hinging back and forward. Hinging back and forward. Lovely. Let's go 3, maybe trying to get a little bit further each time. And 2. And our final one now, hinging back and forward. Set yourself up somewhere halfway in between, and we're going now into our lovely cat and extended cat. So these are really nice simple movements that you can do day to day just to get everything moving. So Pilates doesn't have to be super fancy. You can just go back to those lovely foundation movements. Let's take our breath in, and as you breathe out, tuck the tailbone and begin to roll all the way up, bone by bone, pressing the head down last of all. And then from here, send yourself back, bottom back, breastbone forward, and really extend through the spine. And again, starting with the tuck of the tailbone between your legs, pressing the mat away into our cat, lengthening back through to our extended cat. So just cycling through this movement. So we're working on our flexion of the spine and then our lovely extension. And again. Good, 2 more. And final one now, tuck the tailbone, tuck, 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 press away, lengthening through, breast move forward, bottom back, and then back through to a neutral position. Now we're going to tuck our toes under and add in a little bit of a leg stretch. So if you can, tuck your toes underneath here, breathe in, prepare, breathe out, come into your cat, and I'm going to lift our knees and then send the bottom up into the air, pressing the heels down towards the floor. You may feel a stretch through the back of the spine, maybe through the legs, and then we're going to return to our start position. This has got an added bonus of being a little bit more challenging for our arms and shoulders, so really nice weight bearing. Let's go again. Inhale, prepare, exhale, tuck, rolling through, lift the bottom, send the bottom high in the air, lovely big stretch, return, and lengthen. 2 more times now. Roll, lift, and lengthen. If you feel like it, you might start to just kind of walk through your feet to get that lovely stretch in. Lower the knees. And one last one now. Tuck and roll. Lift, bottom up, pressing through, back through, knees down. Well done. Sit back over the heels for a sec, give your wrists a bit of a rest, because now we're coming into our lovely dynamic side twist prep. This is where we're coming into a little bit of a balance. So 4-point kneeling once again, make sure you've got room to slide your leg away. So as we inhale, we slide leg one away along the floor, and then as we exhale, we're twisting to bring the heels down, and lifting the same arm up into the air, getting that lovely balance on that twisting. Sweep the arm back round, level your hips, bring the knee back in. Let's go to the other side. Inhale, slide the leg, twist, and lift the arm. Sweeping back through, draw back in, and return. So you can go into this nice smooth position once again. It might feel different on one side for your balance on the other. For me, it definitely does. Slide, twist, and lift. Okay, let's try and get a bit more challenging on the next one by sliding, lifting, and then let's try and lift that leg as well. 1, 2, and 3. Back through. And again to the other side, slide the leg, twist. Make sure your heels are on the floor to get your balance. 1, 2, and 3. Let's do one last time like this to each side. So for me, I can definitely feel a difference in terms of tightness between the two sides. My left leg is super easy to lift. The right side feels super restricted. Back through. And again, slide, twist, and lift. 1, 2, and 3. Sweep yourself back round, back to your start position. Take your knees apart, toes together, sink your bottom back, and reach your arms forward into a lovely child's pose stretch. So you're hinging your bottom back, arms forward, taking some lovely deep breaths in and out here. Good. All the way back through to our start position, then come round through to sitting and sit up nice and tall, however suits you best. We're going down through the sitting bones and lifting it through the crown of the head. Take the arms out for a deep breath in, all the way up and reach, and press the air away. Good. One more time, all the way, big stretch, press the air away, and you can give yourself a lovely clap. Well done.